Yes, Romford Film Festival, Romford Film fans. We are currently live, although not really because this is pre-recorded, so this will go live when it is live, but the festival is ongoing. Friday the 23rd of May, 24th of May, right through to Tuesday the 28th of May. We're going to be showing a whole host of amazing short movies, features, horrors, genre, sci-fi, action, adventure, romance, and all that good stuff. But on Saturday, the 25th of May, in the 9:30 to 11:30 slot over on Screen 2, we are going to be showing a short movie called Rookie Baby in Outer Space. Now, a couple of years back, or a year ago, for the horror festival, we got the first Rookie Baby, which I just loved, I adored, and I was so happy to show it. And Spencer's done a little bit of an homage here, because although we are in the main festival for Rookie Baby, you're in the horror takeover, so that's pretty cool. But tonight,
that is cool.
It is cool. It is cool. I quite like the way he did that. So tonight I am sitting down and I am talking to director of Rookie Baby and Rookie Baby in Outer Space, Director Tony Baez Milan. How are you tonight, my good friend?
I am doing great, Kevin. A lot better now that I'm here with you, talking about Rookie Baby in Outer Space and all that entails. So it's some groovy times tonight.
I'm pretty sure it entails quite a lot, because this is a mad short, and I can't wait for people to see it. I loved the first short that you gave us. It was just so much fun in a time when we needed some fun. So it's great that you're doing this. And but one thing that I don't really get to do when I'm down at Romford and I'm doing the Q&As on stage, because sometimes we don't have a lot of time, sometimes we've got quite a few directors on the stage, is we don't really get to dive too deep into what the project is, what the project was. And before we do that, I want to jump back a little bit further, and I want to find out a little bit about Tony and a little bit about your background and how you became a filmmaker.
Right. Well, Tony Baez Milan, this guy right here, was born and raised in Puerto Rico. So my big dream was to make a big jump into Hollywood right after college. So I graduated from high school in Puerto Rico. I went to the United States. I landed in Hollywood, California, went to film school there. And then years later, I finally started making movies. I've been writing books all along. I've published a lot of short stories over the years in magazines all around the world. I'm a bilingual writer, so my stuff is all over the world in English and in Spanish in all sorts of magazines. So in a nutshell, that's it. I always wanted to be a writer-director, and that's what I have become.
And what was it about film and filmmaking that made you want to do it? Like, you always wanted to do it, but what was that spark?
You know, we watch a lot of different films in Puerto Rico. If you go to my hometown, back in the day, if you went to my hometown movie theater, they screened all sorts of movies. But of course, like a lot of people, Star Wars freaked me out. Over time, maybe not initially, but over time, you keep going back to Star Wars, and then Empire Strikes Back, maybe especially over time. And then that starts working in your psyche, and then you start discovering that love turns into something else. You start telling stories. So sometime in high school, I started writing little stories, and I started putting ideas down. By the time I got to college, then I really started to write more seriously. Shortly after that, I started writing movies, because now I'm in film school. And then in there, and I was still in high school when I just knew that I was going to be a writer director. So it just took some years to develop, but I've always been writing and thinking about directing. And finally, I got to do both.
And was there ever anybody who you were close to, somebody that you were able to lean on to kind of teach you the way, or was this kind of strictly Tony just learning on the job and just getting it done?
No, I've always had a lot of help, and of course, but listen, going back to my parents, there were an incredible amount of help in your upbringing and in your support. They've always been extremely supportive. And then in college, I met a gentleman by the name of John Esgoda, who was always my mentor and friend. And I started discovering some things there, intellectually, really, among other things, but really
Yeah.
intellectually. It was an awakening. You start looking at your writing and at the way that you're looking at movies in different ways because you really start thinking about these things, Kevin. And then, of course, finally, I get to LA and I meet the great and fantastic and incredible Mr. Ray Bradbury himself, who has always been my biggest literary hero. And here I am in LA. I'm real young. I'm 20 years old, and I hook up with Mr. Bradbury, and that became into a friendship. He turned into my mentor in the industry, and the rest, as they say, is history. So I've had a lot of help, and Mr. Bradbury has been instrumental in that. I've shot 2 movies for him, A Piece of Wood and Ray Bradbury's Chrysalis, which is a feature movie. So he opened doors for me. So I definitely didn't learn all alone in a vacuum. I have had a lot of
No,
help and continue to have help.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Great to hear things like that because every now and then I speak to some filmmakers that, like did you were you able to lean on anyone? And it was kind of like, man, it's a boys' club. I didn't really I wasn't able to get in there, and it was all this kind of thing. But it's always good to hear of positive interactions. So
Right,
that's what I love to
right.
hear.
When I think of someone like I mentioned John Nisgoda, my great mentor and friend, I've always thought of him as someone who always stuck his foot in the door so that I could get through. You know,
Nice.
my dad did that. My mom's done that. John Nisgoda did that, and Mr. Bradbury did that. So and
That's
you need
awesome.
these people in your life, and of course you have your wife and kids, and they're very supportive, and people help you along the way, and everybody needs that sort of help. So Kevin, I've had a lot of help along the way. Now you do have to plug yourself in. You do have to want it. You do have to keep trying. You do have to
Mm.
keep moving forward so that you can get some things done like Rookie Baby in Outer Space, wasn't an easy project to make, but you stick to it and you get it done.
So on that, Rookie Baby. My God, Tony, where on earth did this concept come from? This story come from? What is Rookie Baby
I'm
to
glad,
you?
Kevin. I'm glad you asked that because I don't think I've ever told this story in public. I was out, yeah, I kid you not. I was at a lunch with my wife and 2 kids, my son Ian and my daughter Amanda, who, by the way, is the star of Rookie Baby. That's my daughter in the leading role.
Wow,
She's
that's
an
awesome.
actress and she's fantastic. So I did write Rookie Baby with her in mind. But what happened is that we're at lunch one afternoon. We're just goofing around the lunch table, and I came up with the idea of this cop who behaves like a child and gets into adventures with monsters and outer space and different things. And then we just all started spitballing and talking about this during lunch, and we had a great time during that lunch. We must have talked about Rookie Baby and this nascent character for 45 minutes to an hour. But I left that table with my wife and children. Tracy, Ian, and Amanda were there. And I left that table thinking and knowing, feeling in my heart, I got to write this character. I got to make Rookie Baby. This is going to happen because it's going to be endless. So sure enough, I went home and I wrote the first screenplay, which is the original Rookie Baby. The one with the zombie, Kevin.
The one with the zombie, which is
Yes.
which is awesome. Like she's seen enough George A. Romero movies. Love it.
Yes.
But no, you have
That's
all.
it. That's it. Another one of the people who I must pay respect. If you see a Rookie Baby in the end, we pay respects to Mr. George A. Romero, who I also knew through Douglas Education Center. That's a home. Uh, I work there too, and I do a lot of great work with Tom Savini's special makeup effects program and
Mm.
George A. Romero's filmmaking program. So Mr. Romero used to hang out at Douglas Education Center in Monessen, Pennsylvania, and give me advice too, as he always did to everybody. So the respects for Mr. Romero at the end credits of Rookie Baby didn't come from nowhere. Just
Well,
is another
well,
great gentleman.
That was a question that I did have for you. So thanks for stepping on my toes. But no, that was a question that I did have about at the end of the credits. You credit the George A. Romero filmmaking, and I wanted to kind of like dive a little bit into the involvement there and how that came about. Obviously, you've just answered that, but
Yes.
how
Yeah.
um how important and how crucial was that to these projects as well?
Really crucial, away from being an author and a screenwriter and a film director, Kevin. I happen to be the executive director of admissions at Douglas Education Center. That's the home of Tom Savini's special makeup effects program and George A. Romero's filmmaking program. So when it comes time to
That's so cool.
yeah, so when it comes out to, and we're training the special makeup effects artists and filmmakers of the future. So when it comes time to do something like Rookie Baby, I knew that I was going to shoot it there. We have the facilities, we have a fantastic soundstage, we have everything we need there. It's a movie studio in itself. So I'm like, hey, I got this new idea, Rookie Baby, and Jeff and Brescia, who's the president and CEO of the school, says, hey, go for it. We can do it here. So that's what we did. So it's a great place to be. You're surrounded by really creative people, really creative students. Everybody pitches in, and it's just a place where you can do something like Rookie Baby and you can bring it to life.
Mhm.
We shot that whole thing, the original Rookie Baby and then Rookie Baby in Outer Space. We shot everything on the soundstage of the George A. Romero filmmaking program.
Nice, nice. That's
Mhm.
a nice little feather in the cap for the short there as well.
For
So,
sure.
so one thing that and again, now that I wasn't aware that Amanda was your daughter. I wasn't aware of that. And one of the things that I fully just feel about your short is that this is an actor or an actress who 100% got the memo. 1
Yes.
million percent knew exactly what this was, what needed to happen. But what was it like for you and your daughter to actually flesh out this character and make her sometimes as bonkers as it needs to be?
That's it. Kevin, and I'm really glad to hear you say that because this was a lot of fun. I
Mm,
did write this character with her in mind. I've been writing these movies with her in mind. I've written 6 episodes of Rookie Baby now. So
wow.
there are 6 screenplays for Rookie Baby, including the 2 that you have seen, Rookie Baby and Outer Space. So it was a lot of fun because I understand the character, and I also know what Amanda can do. And
Mm.
Amanda can do anything, is really what it is. So when I come up with Rookie Baby, physically, I'm like, she is Rookie Baby. Up here and in here, I know that everything will shine through once Amanda gets
Yeah.
on that screenplay. We get to rehearse and get to talk about it. And she has a lot of feedback too. She's one of these actors who knows exactly what she's all about, what she wants to do with it. We searched together as a writer director and then as an actor on the other side of the camera. But the process of coming up with this, she'll give me feedback too. Hey, about these lines, how about this? I don't feel she would say this. Maybe she won't behave that way. So it's really interesting because the character doesn't really become alive until you see an actor like Amanda Arcadia bring it to life in front of you. So it goes
Absolutely.
from the page. Once I see her, and the movies we've shot so far that I've shot with Amanda, with Rookie Baby specifically, we get on the set. She walks on the set in that costume, and it's complete magic. It's like there's Rookie Baby. When I say action, I forget that's my daughter in front of the camera. That's really Rookie Baby. So it's a testament to her. I
Oh
put
yeah.
my heart into this character. Kevin, I have a lot of fun. My wife Tracy will tell you, what are you doing up there? It's because I'm laughing hysterically. I'm writing another Rookie Baby. This happens. I'm cracking myself up when I'm writing these things. But through the process with Amanda, it really comes alive. So it's really something to see. And it was really neat for me to see that growth in that character because she makes
Mm.
it real. I mean, that character feels real to me, right? Doesn't it?
Oh,
Does it
absolutely.
feel the same for
It's
you?
she's got this incredible sort of naiveness to her and sense of exploration and just wonder in everything, and then drops like the odd curse word, and you just sat
Right.
there going, And you're just standing on that is so well delivered when you get to that point because you're not expecting it. But no, she's absolutely wonderful. So I did want to, I'm really, really
Thank you.
intrigued at the father-daughter relationship there as well. I love that. That's awesome.
Thank
And
you.
with
Yeah,
the
it's a really nice dynamic. We've been working together since she was real young, and I saw her through her junior high school and high school plays, that sort of thing. So I've seen her develop too. But I gotta say, from the word go, I'm like, oh yeah, she's got
yeah,
that thing. It was just really good from the word go, and she's developed into an incredible actor.
and the both shorts are, although they're the same sort of genre, the same sort of field, they're both vastly quite different as well.
Yes.
Because the first one is mostly kind of practical with a little bit of VFX. And by the way, I love the George A. Romero shot with the zombie or the 711 or whatever it was
Right.
in there. I love that shot. But then in the second one, in outer space, obviously we're in outer space, so it's a lot of VFX and not so much practical. How different was that in the terms of two vastly different ways of shooting the shots?
And that was by design, as you know, Kevin.
Yeah.
Really different approaches. The first one we went in all practical, and then the second one I knew this was going to be almost all exclusively green screen and CG, that sort of thing.
Mm.
So the first one was more intimate. We're in really enclosed spaces. What you see is really what we had on the set. There's no trickery there. The other one, the whole movie practically
Yeah.
is a green screen shoot basically. So it was really different. For the second one, we're up on a wire. Amanda's hanging from this wire for a long time, and then she had to be funny after that. And I know that she was exhausted because it was Kevin. It was an exhausting shoot. I was tired, but I can't imagine. She told me later on, wow, that was really exhausting. That was something else. And I confessed to her, I'm like, I knew what I was going to put you through, but we talked about the technical aspects. I know what she was going to go through, at least from my point of view as a director. But I told her later after the shoot, I knew this was going to be really hard, but I didn't really talk to you too much about that because it's like, I gave her the direction, just get in there, and this is going to be, Kevin, I was like, this is going to be a lot of fun. And I was going like, this is going to
Well,
be
you got to sell it.
pretty hard
You're gonna be on. It's gonna be flying around. It's gonna be amazing. It's every actor's dream. And
That's
then deep.
exactly. You're gonna be Peter Pan. This is gonna be great. And then and I would turn around and go like, eh. So like after the shoot, after we did the shoot, after we're all done, I'm like, hey, I got to confess, I knew this was going to be really, really difficult, especially in you. So vastly different approaches, and I got to tell you, but real pros. Talk about going back to the help that you receive. I work with some really great and world class artists. So in the first one, Mr. Jerry Gergley, who is a very experienced and renowned special makeup effects artist, Emmy nominee for Babylon 5, that sort of thing.
Nice.
It's just a great professional. I'm extremely fortunate to have him in my life and know him. So Jerry Gergley comes in, and the brunt of the things fall on him, because the first one was all makeup, the zombie, and the props. It's really intimate. So Jerry Gergley takes you through all of that. The second one, I relied on Jerry Gergley also because he did all the props, he did the set pieces and all the practical stuff. But then the really big pieces of this thing, as you saw in Rookie Baby in Outer Space, were the CG effects. And I'm also fortunate to have in my life Mr. Dorian Clevenger, who's a world-renowned fantasy artist and has been making great special effects, visual effects for Hollywood movies and all sorts of things for some years now. And when Dorian said, hey, yeah, I'll do this, I'll do Outer Space, he helped us out with the original Rookie Baby. But when Dorian Clevenger came on with Rookie Baby in Outer Space, then I knew that I had all the elements in place to make this really special. So different kinds of artists, different approaches, practical, CG, but it's not versus. It's practical and CG. So when you get
Yeah.
someone like Jerry Gergely and Dorian Clevenger, you can't go wrong, Kevin. I'm extremely fortunate in that respect.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And
Yeah, we had my son's involved too. If you see the artist, the art, the concept art that we have for the shoot and the storyboards, that's all Ian Oz, who happens to be an illustrator and a great one at that. And happens to be my son too. So I'm like, hey, I got another project for you. So you go from the concepts to the storyboards to then other great artists pick this up, and you get the results that you see, which is everything comes together seamlessly, but completely and vastly different approaches, both projects. And wait till you see the third one, another completely different approach to the next Rookie Baby.
I mean, I'm calling it now. The third one's just a straight up Western, right?
That's funny you should say that, because I just had someone talk about Rookie Baby, and then we ended up talking about, yes, we can do a Rookie Baby Goes West. So I haven't written that screenplay yet, but I can write that immediately. As soon as I thought about that, I can write it. But the next one, the title is done. We're working on the poster right now because we did shoot it. The next one is Rookie Baby Noir.
Oh, very nice.
Right.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
You know what? She will smash that. By the way, she will absolutely smash that with the sort of the detective, old school noir. I love that already.
That's
so
it.
yeah,
That's it. 100%. She is in the trench coat. You get your black and white. There's a lot of coolness in Rookie Baby Noir. So I hope you're really gonna like it too, Kevin, because we had a lot of fun shooting it too. I really laughed writing Rookie Baby Noir. I laughed writing it. I laughed on the set, and again, it really came alive. And it's a completely different approach from the other two that we've made already that we shot before. So, and yet it's completely Rookie Baby, And writing that one, and then the next three after that, there are a total of 6 for right now. And eventually then they'll 6 of them combined will form a feature. So there are threads to these things, but they all fit together until we get to the final one, which is a little more of an extravaganza. But we got pretty big with Outer Space, and we're really happy how it turned out.
It turned out great. And again, I'll quickly drop it in. Saturday the 25th of May, 9:30 to 11:30. We've got some shorts on there. Please do check out On Screen 2 Rookie Baby. You absolutely have to, because it's just fun. It's so much fun. But that's kind of what I get from the movie, and obviously you get a lot from your movie and your daughter and the whole team coming together. But what do you hope that the audiences take away when they leave the cinema from seeing Rookie Baby?
I hope that the audience leaves the cinema with smiles on their faces, really, because it is a fun project. I think it turned out into a really fun movie. And Rookie Baby, with the first one, especially if you compare these two, Rookie Baby is always doing the right thing. As you continue seeing the series of movies, she always ends up somehow doing the right thing, but she's got an edge to it too. So she gets funky also too. But I really hope that people are entertained and that they forget their troubles for a moment, and that they leave the movie theater with a good memory of what the cinema can do for people, which is, hey, go out and have a good time. And if the character happens to have her heart in the right place and do the right things every time that she can, then I think that we are better for it. So I hope people take that smile and run with it, and also that they come up with, hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to help people. People need help, and sometimes, as often as you can, you must do the right thing and for the right reasons. And Rookie Baby gets to the heart of that every chance she gets. So that's what I'm hoping the audience takes away from Rookie Baby.
So when people leave the cinema, you need to be thinking WWRBD. What would Rookie Baby do? Because we love her, we absolutely love her. And when you do see this up on the screen, it's a very family driven project, family and friends driven project. Any director, any creator can tell me what's wrong with their movie when it's up on the screen, but I like to ask the question: when you do see it up on the screen, what do you see up there, and you think to yourself, that looks amazing. We smashed that. I'm so proud of that. That was a hard day, but look at that.
And I'll tell you what, we really did. I really did with both of them. And I'll tell you what, in both of these movies, the original Rookie Baby and Rookie Baby in Outer Space, this is probably as much of my screenplays that I have managed to put up on the screen with a lot of help from everybody. From the actors to the effects, to everybody who works on set, to cinematography, everybody. But this is probably the most that I have gotten to cram into the screen all of the ideas that are in my original screenplays. So when I see these movies, and it's a great mix of people, because we have a lot of fun together working with all these professionals who you happen to have in your life also, and then we get people from all over the place, and new people that you meet, and hey, come over here, we're doing this, and we're going to cram a lot of stuff in here, and we're going to do a lot of stuff. But these two movies specifically, I can't fault them, Kevin, because for the budgets that you're working with, you know what I mean, and for the amount of time that you dedicate to them, and we go real fast. I'm a fast worker, I'm a fast director, and everybody around me conforms to that too, because you have to then work with fast people too, so everybody keeps up and everybody takes you where you want to go and where your vision is going. So these two movies, Rookie Baby and Rookie Baby in Outer Space, I can't fault them for anything, because we put an incredible amount of work and effort into them, and if I don't say so myself, I think they both turned out beautifully.
Awesome. That's the best you can hope for.
That's it.
So we're gonna start wrapping up in a little quick minute, but I do have one little tricky question I like to ask at the end of my interviews. But before we do that, we know that we've got another 4, because we're having 6 in total. That's going to lead to a feature. So I don't really need to ask what's next for Rookie Baby. But what else is Tony doing? Do you have any other projects you're working on? Anything you can tell us about? Or is it right now where we just laser focused on getting Rookie Baby out there?
No. I do. I'm focused on Rookie Baby out there right now, but I also have a bunch of other things in the works. I have a couple of books coming out soon. One's a science fiction book in Spanish, and another one is fantasy. I wouldn't say complete horror, but it's really a dark fantasy, I would say. Short story book also in Spanish. So I'm working on a couple of literary projects right now. A couple of short stories that I'm shopping around different magazines right now too. But I do have other film projects. The next 3 Rookie Babies are being lined up to be shot here within the next few months. So that's going to be a lot of fun, so that I can finish the original series of 6, so that then they'll form a feature. But then after that, I also have a feature project coming up, and I finished the screenplay for that already. And it'll start Amanda Arcadia too, because I wrote another movie with her in mind, and it's a really quirky horror film about a famous, let's call it a mythological monster right now. One of these things, say like Bigfoot, But
Nice.
this young lady is connected to this mythical creature, and she is just finding out what it's all about. So she's going crazy, and she doesn't know why, and she's about to find out in my next feature movie.
I kind of love the way your mind works as a creator. I really do. You're not getting blocked in by any boxes. You're trying all these different things. You're doing all these different things, and everything
Right.
just seems to be hitting the right page. So, Tony, I look forward to seeing anything that you do next. I'm invested in Rookie Baby at this point, so I can't wait to see what goes on there. And this feature with Amanda as well, 1,000,000%. I'll be looking out for that as well. So that all sounds awesome, and it's great to speak to you about these things because you speak with such passion. And with that in mind, what is it that keeps that passion going for you? Like what keeps you getting out of bed and be like, I'm going to make this movie today. I'm going to do this today. It's
Right.
what is it that drives your passion?
The same thing that's driven it all along. The sense that there's a purpose in all of us. In this case, in me, in my own heart, more than in my own head. You're just hoping that your head keeps up with the feelings in your heart, and that you can do something with it. That there's a purpose to the things that you do in life. That you want to create your own visions. You have to try to do your best to put them out there, Kevin, and give people something. Give them something that you can leave behind well after you're gone, that people can look back and touch and read and watch and say, hey, our condition was somehow made better but by some of the things in here.
Mhm.
Because my feeling has always been, put your heart, your whole heart into anything and everything that you're doing, being helping people, making movies, writing books, whatever it is, because it's one of the ways that you can exercise generosity. It's one of the true ways that we can say, hey, we're all here together, and I want to share something with you that I hope that somehow you find useful. So it's the same thing that's always driven me. The difference is that when I was a teenager, I could not have explained that to you. That's why my heart was feeling, but my head didn't
Yeah,
understand what it was. I just knew how to
yeah.
make movies and write some books. But now I understand it more clearly, and it turns out it's always been the same idea behind everything I've done in
That's great.
life, really, and work is no different to me. And I hope that some of that comes through in things like Rookie Baby. Because yeah, listen, Kevin, I do gravitate to fantasy, science fiction, that sort of thing. I think that I'm a somewhat of a fantasist by trade. But the truth of the matter is that any given day I'll write anything. So
Yeah.
I write a lot of different things. I'm always saying I have different veins, that I'm always tapping into as a writer and a director, especially as a writer, because I've written a lot more than movies that I directed. I have a
Mhm.
larger body of work as an author, so I know I have all different veins, and I'm tapping into all of them all the time. But sometimes they're horror, they're science fiction, they're straight up dramas, what some people want to call literature, sort of thing, where
Yeah.
you're diving into really a lot of serious subjects without the fantasy. But that's the thing; they're all serious subjects, be it fantasy, science fiction, straight up drama, whatever you want to call it. You have to take it seriously, and you always have to try to put your whole heart into it. Sometimes we have a lot more fun than with others, but your heart's got to be in them.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear. I really like that, and I hope people take that on board. But again, Romford Film Festival, we are going to be showing Rookie Baby on Saturday the 25th May, 9:30 p.m. to 11:30. We've shown a few shots on the go, screen two. Check out Rookie Baby in there. I've got one last question for you though, Tony. Everybody, please do check out the movie if you're down at Romford, and if you're not, check out the movie wherever they can find it. We'll get onto that in a second. But the last question that I have for you, and it is solely to put you on the spot. It's the old it's the old desert island question. So you're on a desert island. You've got one movie that you can watch for the rest of your life, just one movie.
Oh, that's
However,
so hard.
however, however, the Kevin Halden nerdly twist is that you have to have remade that movie. And that's the version you've got on the island. It's your remake of the movie that you're going to watch for the rest of your life?
It's a remake.
So it's a movie that already exists, but
Okay.
you have to have remade it, and it's
Right.
your version that's on the island.
Well, I would love to find out what I can do with The Empire Strikes Back.
Wow, that's bold.
Without those resources, and turn it into a Tony Baez Milan quirky production, that can be serious, that can try to get deep, but I would love to see what I could do with something like Empire Strikes Back. But if I may have a second choice, either one, a movie that I really want to make, and you could call it a remake because it's already been made a couple of times. But I would love a completely serious shot at Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury.
Okay, that's
that movie I really know how to make, and I would love a shot at that. I could live with that movie on an island.
So you're gonna really try and pick two easy movies there.
100%. The difference is that with The Empire Strikes Back, I'm like, what did I get myself into? Fahrenheit 451, I know exactly what I'll get myself into, and I can do it. So one more for fun to goof around, and I shouldn't be with The Empire Strikes Back. That's at the top of my list of favorite movies always. But Fahrenheit 451, I would love a crack at that.
Awesome. Tony, this has been absolutely amazing. Speaking to you has been so much fun. You've got a ton of passion, and I'm sure everybody will be able to see that coming across. And then when they get to see the movie in the cinema as well at Romford, they are absolutely going to love Rookie Baby for everything it is, because I did, and I'm the most important person out there. So, don't
let anybody ever tell you differently. If they do, Kevin, they are wrong.
Of course they are. They're wrong till they're right. But yeah, Tony, please do one last thing, and that is to let people know where they can find you on social media or on the interwebs or wherever like that, and most of all, where they can catch Rookie Baby. If they can't catch it at Romford, where they can catch it after that.
Well, Rookie Baby will be playing in Romford, as Kevin, you have said, and then after that, it's on to the Wyoming International Film Festival. So it's doing the festival circuit. It just played at the PopCon in the state of Indiana here in the United States. So it's doing the festival rounds as we speak. And to keep up with what I'm doing, what I've done in the past, and the things that I'm about to do in the future too, the things that I'm in the middle of right now, you can check out my website, and that's TonyBaezMilan.com. Again, that is Tony Baez Milan, my full name, first name and two last names, TonyBaezMilan.com. And through there, you can get to everything else I'm doing and everything on social media as well.
Awesome. Tony, thank you so much for joining me tonight and doing this. It's been fun.
Thank you, Kevin. It's been a lot of fun, and thank you so much for having me. You're doing a fantastic job. This has been nothing but a pleasure and a lot of fun. So really appreciate it, Kevin. Thank you for having me.